different.
Okay, so yeah, I'm here too. This is Charlie Poo. Hi, Charlie Poo. You're such a sweetheart. Hi there. And your name is
John.
John, and you run a channel called
Hidden Highways.
Hidden Highways, and you're from what, Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm
Originally?
Well, no, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and then I lived up there about the last 10 years. So that's it's But yeah, I like it up there pretty much. It's you know, it's cold, but I kind of like it up there. You know, it's kind of more. It's a lot more laid back, you know. That some place like this is not real, real
right,
busy,
right,
not real busy and stuff, you know. And it's just kind of like, you know, it gets, yeah, it does get like -20 and stuff like that. But it's like, you know, you gotta like,
cool.
You know, but
and okay, your channel Hidden Highways. You just drive around and look at hidden highways, or
I think I picked that name just because it sounded a little bit like mysterious. I got that off of like there was some Stephen King book where he's talking about like this guy who goes between the different dimensions, like these hidden highways or something. I don't know. It kind of had this mysterious. But as far as like actually it actually fitting what I actually do on the channel, it probably like doesn't. I've actually thought about changing it to something different, but it's like
no, I like the name. Like, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's like but. What I'm doing is just mostly, I mean, I have a house back in Duluth. I mean, it's a house me and my roommate rent, but it's more like I was interested in the whole like van dwelling thing, so I did this thing where I kind of like built my van up and stuff, and then you know, so I was interested in the idea about van. So I've been kind of like on a trip for about the last like month and a half. Although for 2 weeks I was at my dad's, like just staying in his nice camper down in like Pensacola. But that's so I've just tried to do on that channel. Yeah, mostly just stuff talking about some of the stuff for informational. I mean, the most popular video I actually had was the only video I had that really actually did really well, that actually had like about 16,000 views, was the very first video I did where I just talked about like, it was basically like a geography lesson disguised as a van dwelling channel.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I did is I said like, new to van dwelling, these maps will point out, you know, good places for you to go or something like that. And then I just kind of talked about these different maps that I like hey, this is a part of the country where there's not many people. This is a part of the country where it doesn't rain, you know, it's called like,
I like YouTubers that go to places that everybody else doesn't go. You see them clustered now. Everybody's clustered in Orlando. Everybody's clustered in Los Angeles. We see the RVers oftentimes all over Texas, San Antonio, you know, the same places over and over again, you know? And it's nice to see people going to out there in Minnesota and Alabama, and you don't see a lot of YouTubers looking at all the crazy places in all some of those, you know, the other 46 states. You know, they're all in certain places. You know.
Yeah. I haven't even been like a lot really even in this area. Although well, obviously sort of for good reason, just because this is not going to be like a real friendly area. You know, it's not going to be real easy to camp and stuff around here. I camped at that Walmart like on Lee Highway the other night, but I think it might have been actually kind of illegal there. But you know,
you don't see. You know, I noticed that you don't see a lot of RVers in parking lots in the urban area. Once you get out to Manassas, Warrenton, further out, it might be a little bit better. The parking lots in the urban areas are smaller. You don't have these expansive places, you know, like, you know, and I've talked, and one reason I hear is a lot of RVers don't like to come to the Northeast is because of that. It's harder to be an RVer here. It's not as many places to camp. There's a lot. Every town has restrictions. You go to New England. I think Nomadic Fanatic was in New England a while back, and every place you go, no camping, no overnight parking, even the Walmarts, you know, and it's hard to do that.
Actually, you know what? I'll just pause mine, and then I'll maybe later on I'll ask you questions, and then maybe,
no, that's okay.
Whatever. But if you're filming that.
Okay, so how long has your channel been up?
Just about a year, I think. Yeah, it's I think it was just last year I started. I had the idea of kind of like getting a van and stuff, and I think it was right. It might have been around like January last year that I got a van, and then I happened, or maybe it was a little before that I started like watching a lot of these channels. I think it might have been like maybe it might have been some ones like Nomadic Fanatic or some of those guys jumped maybe into the Mystery 13. He was there was another guy that I at least used to really like. I haven't watched him as much. There's a guy named Will Prowse. I don't know if I've ever heard you mention him.
I've watched some of his stuff. Yeah,
he's a real brainy guy. He really, and in some parts he really make it look fun. He almost makes it look like his living in an RV in the Bay Area. It's almost like a big party. It's like, oh yeah, I'm out of my. You don't have to do, but he's kind of like up and down because he always like, you know, one time's like, oh, RV. I'm gonna go to like. Japan and visit the world, and that lasted for about 2 weeks, and then he's back, and then it's just like, and then he's back in it. So that was, but as far as my thing, so I kind of started that, and I just kind of like started making the channel under the van dwelling genre, even though I wasn't really actually doing much. I didn't actually, it was a while, but I actually spent like about 9 months like building my van, which took forever, you know, just you know, then I went on my first trip like in let's see, it was like around Christmas time, and then I've been on this trip for about a month and a half. So
cool.
It's like,
okay, cool. So do you where have you been traveling? What area? What parts of the country?
It was basically like okay, so this trip, what I did is I pretty much came straight to like South Carolina, and then I was actually there for a few weeks. Part of the problem was kind of like I kind of made friends with some guy, but I was kind of like maybe helping him a little too much with like trying to get his car fixed and all this, and being his taxi. And after a while, so it's kind of like I got a little roped into that. So I probably wouldn't have stuck there too long. But that was kind of like but that was like so that was maybe a little bit. That just kind of shows you got to be careful not to be like, you got to be helpful but not too helpful sometimes. You know, like A
lot of people talk about the monetization. Do you make any money on the road at all? I mean, do you make any money on your channel?
No, I don't. No, because I think
how many subs do you have now? What did you say?
It's maybe getting to about 300 now.
300, yeah. Okay,
yeah, so you need about, what is it, 1,000
You need
now?
at least, yeah. Like
yeah.
Even with 3,000 like I got, you don't make much money, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not even, see, I've got a job, like a remote job that I do, so I'm not really
okay. Well, do you want to share what that is?
Yeah, so
just generally, you know.
Yeah, the main job I do is like this thing, kind of like managing these websites. It's kind of like fairly basic stuff, not a lot of like code and stuff. It's just mostly just kind of like, like, hey, put an ad up for this place or put up this, make sure like, and then the other thing I do is more, I've done some kind of like freelance writing and stuff for like some local stuff in Duluth, but mostly like this other writing stuff I do is mostly for my one friend Robert, who kind of owns like this public relations company. So he has me set up doing like these writing like these blogs for places. Right now, he just started me on this new project where I'm kind of like going to be kind of like ghostwriting this book for this guy doing this kind of like self-help kind of stuff. So it's like kind of, so it's kind of
cool.
Yeah.
Like, can we take a look at your van?
Sure.
I'd love to get a little quick tour of it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is John, right? Yeah, John. John's. What is the make and model?
It's a '99 Chevy Venture.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the inside's kind of a
with
mess.
a very artistic scratch.
Oh yeah,
look at that! Look like somebody key your car.
Well, that was before I bought it.
It almost looks like it's like some sort of a decorative stripe. I looked at it for the second time. That's kind of neat. Oh wait a minute, it's a scratch.
Yeah, maybe you could actually like paint it to where it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Do that. You could do that. Put flames coming off it. And you could make it look like a decorative feature. Anyway, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I just bought that thing on top. I just bought that the other night, like yesterday, and I put it because I wanted to just because I just realized. I mean, it kind of like cuts back the stealth factor a little bit. But I was just realizing like I need to like get it to where I could like have stuff easier to find, because that's about one of the main things that's frustrating in the small things. Is if you can't find what you need when you need it.
Right.
Wait a second. Oh, I can show you here. Like,
let's just get a quick look.
Okay, so the front's pretty nondescript, but it's
yeah.
But you can see that I have like this curtain here.
Okay.
There's like a curtain back here, but this is actually like a wood thing here. Yeah, this is actually.
Did you do all the work on this, or did you have someone else do it for you?
No, I did it myself. I mean, I think it was creative, but there's probably not like a right angle in the thing.
Okay.
So it's like, it's like it's probably everything's cut crooked and stuff probably, but and then here's where I got like Charlie has to always be with me everywhere. So okay, so this is my stuff. See, this is this is okay. I got this. This is my pure sine wave inverter. Here's my microwave that goes to the other side.
Okay.
Here's now this is this here, and then up here I actually have like this this inflatable like sailboat that I bought. Although I tried it down like when I was staying with my dad down in Pensacola, and the thing is, like, it seemed like it would work, but it seemed like the guy who invented the thing, he didn't put enough thought into the steering system. I think I might have to like try to see if I can come up with a different kind of steering system, because it was like tough to, because I like sailboats and stuff, and I thought it'd be really cool to have some way of like where you can just have it with you all the time.
Okay.
And then
and let's see the living space.
That's why you're like the journals guy, because you gotta like know when to cut the guys up when the guys who I just ramble on forever. So
that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, now this is
oh wow, you really got it. You really got it full. Look at that.
Yeah, this is like
some bread.
That's my water. Yeah, I don't have a lot of food in here right now. This, you can't really take it out. This is actually like, it's a suburban furnace.
Okay.
It points this way, which actually I haven't seen like any. I have a video on that, but I haven't seen like any other van person who's actually put like one of those in a minivan. And there's like these vents here down here. They have these metal vents where it like exhaust vents, so it doesn't like put carbon monoxide and moisture in your car like the way like a buddy heater does now.
Okay, hold on a second. Hey, there we go. There's the living area. Okay, wow.
Yeah, look at that. So so this actually folds up to where it's actually not too bad to sit on.
Okay.
But it's like, but I don't know. I got the microwave, and one thing I was trying to do is like, if you can see, like if you want to look on there if that does that have a light on it?
Yeah, I can see it.
But it's basically when I was going for this concept of having all these little pouches for putting stuff, just to make it to where everything would be like. In my one video, I called it like the world's largest utility belt.
Okay.
I was just trying to have it like everything be within arm's reach. It's just
and yeah, it looks very cozy. Look at all the electronics on the wall over there.
Yeah, some of them got to take down and stuff. But yeah, it's I do have a solar panel on there, but on top of that, now it's kind of covered by this.
Do you ever get people knocking on your door, security people, or
no? But
it doesn't look like somebody staying here.
But I haven't really actually done much actual like stealth camping. I mean, I really like. Most places I've been staying at so far have either been Walmarts or somewhere like out in the woods, you know. Yeah. I mean, maybe like last night at that one in Lee Highway, that in Fairbanks, that might have been like the closest to like a place where I could have gotten in trouble, maybe because that might have been out against the rules. Well, I wasn't sure because I walked in it was like one of these signs where it take you like you got people behind you. It's like one of these signs like you take you like an hour to read, you know. It's like But yeah,
very cool, very cool.
But yeah, but the answer no because I haven't actually done much like real like stealth camping yet.
Okay, very good.
Probably done with that part.
Very good.